Hey, pre, tara kain tayo sa kantin. Mamaya na, pre, may quiz na tayo bukas. Hindi ko maintindihan to. Wait, ano ba yan? Tungkol saan ba yan? Empowerment tech. Tara, panoorin mo na ito, pre, para mas may itiyak mo.
Magandang araw. I am Richelyn Bauso. Today we will talk about Information and Communication Technology, or ICT kung tawagin natin. Sa modernong panahon ngayon, ay hindi na mawawala ang teknolohiya sa buhay natin. Why? Because it helps us learn, communicate, and even work more efficiently. And also, ICT also empower us to stay informed, connected, and also be creative. Kaya alamin natin kung ano ba ang binabago ng teknolohiya sa buhay natin. Para simulan ang ating tatalakayin, let us all welcome Lawrence Reyes.
Information and Communication Technology. Information and Communication Technology, or ICT, deals with the use of different communication technologies such as mobile phones, and internet, etc. Having a unified way to communicate is one of the goals of ICT. Ito po yung, for example, ito po siya yung gumagamit ka ng mobile phones or internet para maging unified way, para mag-unified ang lahat ng mga tao sa cellphone or sa internet. World Wide Web. World Wide Web, commonly referred to as www or www or simply the web, is an interconnected system of public web pages accessible through the internet. Tim Berners-Lee invented it in 1989. World Wide Web has two types, static and dynamic. Ito daw po yung mga web pages na connected at available po sa public. At ito daw po may dalawang type, static and dynamic.
Web 1. This Web 1 is static because it is not interactive. You can't post comments nor create an account in this web. Some of the examples of this web are the www.fiverr.com and www.bluebirdholiday. The advantages of this web are lower ones of cost, and it is also faster than dynamic sites. And then some disadvantages of this web 1 are dependent on a developer to update or upgrade. It might have higher maintenance cost than the dynamic site. Web 2, the second stage in World Wide Web. It is used to describe the present generation of the World Wide Web. It is a dynamic website because you can comment and you can create an account in this web. Web 3, also called as semantic web. What is semantic web? It is the ability of the web technologies to understand and interpret human-generated content. Some of the examples are the Apple Siri and the Meta AI.
Thank you, Lindsay, for that explanation. Now, we'll go ahead and tackle the features of Web 2.0. First, meron po tayong folksonomy, and it allows users to categorize and classify or arrange information using freely chosen keywords. The second one is rich user experience. The content is dynamic and is responsive to users' input. When logged on, your account is used to modify what you see in their website. Sa user participation naman po is the owner of the content is not the only one who is able to put content. Others are able to place the content on their own. As a service naman po is the users will subscribe to a software only when needed rather than purchasing them. Lastly, sa mass participation naman po, it is a diverse information sharing through universal web access.
Thank you, Bernabé. So ngayon, pag-uusapan naman natin ang trends in ICT. First is convergence. Technological convergence is a combination of two or more different entities of technologies to create a new single device. Para sa madaling salita, gumagawa tayo ng dalawa technologies para makakreate tayo ng another technologies. Second is social media. Science application or online channel that enables to create and exchange user-generated content. Sa madaling salita, ito yung mga ginagamit natin para makipag-communicate tayo sa ibang tao. Ngayon, dumako naman tayo sa types ng social media. First is yung social networks. Social networks, sites that allow you to connect with other people with same interests. So dito pinapakita na kapag nag-search kayo, same lang din yung makikita ninyo. For example, this one is yung Google or di kaya yung Facebook. And then the second one is bookmarking sites. Sites that allow user to store and manage link to various websites and resources. Dito naman po, pwede kayong maglagay or di kaya kumuha ng mga information or ng mga links para makapagbahagi kayo sa ibang tao. For example, sa po nito is yung Pinterest. And the third one is social news. Social news sites that allows user to post their own news. So dito, nagbibigay po kayo ng mga balitan ninyo na nalagap ninyo. For example po dito is yung Reddit. Media sharing. Media sharing sites that allow you to upload and share media content. So dito pwede po natin mapakita yung mga videos or di kaya yung mga pictures natin na pwede natin i-upload gaya ng YouTube or di kaya ng Instagram. The fifth one is microblogging. Microblogging sites that focus on short updates from the user. So, gaya lang din po siya ng media sharing. Pero dito, mas maikli yung pinapakita ninyo. Pwede kayo mag-send dito ng mga text or di kaya ng isang videos or di kaya ng pictures. For example is Twitter. The sixth one is blogs and forums. Sites that allows users to post their own contents. Dito, may sarili po kayong content, gaya ng iba na type of social media. Pero dito, pinapakita ninyo yung pinaka-details ng content ninyo. For example is Tumblr. The third type of trends in ICT is assistive media. Assistive media, it is a non-profit service designed to help people who have visual and reading impairments. So dito po, wala po kayong binabayaran or ito yung para sa mga bulag na hindi po nakakakita or kapakabala po yung mga ginagawa po nila. And the last one in trends in ICT is mobile technologies. The popularity of smartphones and tablets has taken a major rise over the years. So ito po yung mga kinagamit natin na pang-araw-araw natin, and then ito rin po yung pinakasikat na kinagamit po natin. Ngayon, meron po tayo iba't ibang klase sa mobile technologies. Ngayon, tinatawagan natin para sa topic na yun ay si Lindsay Lienda.
First, iOS, used in Apple devices such as the iPhone and iPad. iOS is unique that it operates solely for Apple mobiles, hardware like iPhones, iPods, and iPads. Second is the Android. Android, an open source operating system developed by Google. Android, the underlying software that you interact with. Android devices are manufactured by various companies including Samsung, Xiaomi, Oppo, and etc. Third, the BlackBerry OS, used in BlackBerry devices. BlackBerry Limited, known for its secure email capabilities and multitasking features, primarily used in BlackBerry smartphones. And fourth is the Windows Phone OS. Windows Phone OS, a closed source and properly operating system developed by Microsoft. And fifth, Symbian. It has the ability to install sophisticated third-party application, and also it was once the leading smartphone platform until around 2010, but it was overtaken by other operating systems like Android we mentioned earlier. Next, before we proceed to the last mobile operating system, we have the Web OS, initially developed by Palm Incorporation. And lastly, the Windows Mobile, designed to be the portable equivalent of the Windows Desktop OS in the emerging mobile or portable area.
Alam ko na. O, di ba? Ang dali lang ng empowerment technology. Oo, ngayon, mas malalaman ko na about doon. May masasagot na ako sa quiz. Salamat.